What up, everyone? We've got a very special video today. So, I was going through my videos the other day and realized that I had my 100th video coming up, and this is it. So I thought I'd do something special for it. You may have noticed you haven't seen my videos in a few days. I haven't been posting a lot lately. That's because I've been out. I've been at Comic-Con. I've been out there. Stop it. Been out at Comic-Con. And that's where I've been the past couple of days. It's been a crazy past couple days, and yeah, sorry, having dog problems. That's where I've been the past couple of days. Anyway, I thought I'd do a video blog, a vlog about my experience at Comic-Con. Do kind of like I do with my weekly roundup, and show you all the cool shit I got. Talk about Comic-Con, show some pictures. I also went to the Funko Fundays event, so I thought that would be interesting to talk about. So I'm going to talk about my experience I had, show all the cool shit that I got, and yeah, just share some pictures and videos that I had from it. So, let's get started. First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to Sonny Dominguez, Sonny D, a good friend of mine. He's been a subscriber on my channel. He always comments and talks about stuff on there, but he hit me up and told me he was going to Comic-Con. I had told him previously that I'd been trying to go, but it's just so impossible to get there. It really is. I live in San Diego, and Comic-Con's in San Diego, and living here, you can't get there. It's so impossible to get tickets. But anyway, he said that he had an extra one that his friend was going to be using, but he wasn't going to be going Thursday, so he's like, hey, would you like to use my ticket? I have an extra one. You can go with me. And it was a 4-day pass, so you can go to the preview night with me. Like, is that something you're interested in? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I would chop my dick off to go to preview night. I've lived here my entire life, and I've never been to preview night at Comic-Con. Something I've only dreamed of my whole life. So, yeah, I'd love to do that. Like, of course I would. So I did. Lopped that bad boy right off and went to Comic-Con. Totally dickless. It was awesome. So, preview night was mega crowded, actually. I thought it was going to be a small crowd, but it was giant. It was totally packed, just like an average day. There's lines everywhere for everything. There was a huge line for the Funko booth there, and I should have gone in it. I kind of just dismissed it because I figured I'd go to one of the other days, which was probably a mistake. But I kind of walked around and just took a look at some of the booths and just get an idea of what there was, so I could plan out my day the next day, because it's so huge. It's too much to go through in one day. So I thought I'd get a head start and try to plan things out a little bit. Can you knock it off? Jesus fucking Christ, Doug. Stop. Shut up. You want to come up here? Sorry, having dog problems. Making so much damn noise. Made me kick over my beer. Damn it. Sorry. Anyway, like I was saying, at Comic-Con, the only thing I did on the first day was I talked to some artists. They have some really great artists there, and I just wanted to meet some of them because I like to get prints from them. I like to get original artwork. There was an artist in particular. His name is Uminga. If any of you have seen any of my paintings, if you watched that video I have, the paintings I have, this is the guy that gave me the inspiration to do my paintings. He's the one that gave me the idea for a lot of the ones I did. So I got to meet him, and since I met him on preview night, I was able to give him some money, and he put me on his list to do some artwork. So I got the print right here, and I'll show a better picture of it at the end. But I chose Venom. That's who I wanted him to do, and he drew me this really badass drawing. And it's so cool to have like artists. It's cool to have original artwork from artists, but it's even cooler to have them draw it specifically for you. So I was so excited for that. So that's pretty much the only thing I did in preview night, because I only had like an hour there because we had problems getting our tickets. So there wasn't much I did, but that's one of the things I got to do. So that was super awesome. And then I just kind of looked around. One other thing I did was I'm sure you guys have heard of the company Loyal Subjects. They're the ones that have done the Ninja Turtles line recently. They did the Power Rangers. They also do the Transformers mystery mini type, like the mystery boxes. I did an unboxing from their company. Anyway, they had a booth there, and they had all kinds of Comic-Con exclusives. So I ran by their booth to see what was up, and they only had one thing for sale at the time, but the artist, the guy that creates the figures, the guy that designs them, was there. His name is Joe Allard. He was there at that time, and I got to meet him. The funny thing is, like, the reason I knew who he was is because he recognized me. Me and Sonny walked up to this booth, and we were looking around, and the guy says, like, "Hey, aren't you that bearded guy on YouTube?" And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And he's like, "Yeah, you've reviewed my product before. I made these. I designed all these products. You reviewed them online, and you really liked them. So I just want to say thanks for giving a positive review." So I'm like, "No problem." And I'm like, "Hey, if I buy something, will you sign it?" So I did. The only thing they had for sale at the time was this blue Power Ranger, and I'll show a picture of it right now. It was a Comic-Con exclusive, but it was just the blue Power Ranger. I didn't have any Power Ranger ones, so I thought I'd pick him up, and I got him to sign it, so I thought that was very cool. So, one, it was cool to get recognized, and two, it was awesome to meet that artist and talk to the people in that company. They seem like really good, genuine people, and I think they're a really good company, to be quite honest. So, I got that figure, and I got this artwork. So that was pretty much day one. So, day 2, which was Thursday, the first day, opening day at Comic-Con, I went super early to get in line to try and get some exclusive stuff, and it went pretty much terribly. I got there like an hour early, which just wasn't enough time. The whole reason I went there was to meet one specific artist and get artwork, which I wasn't able to do on Thursday, so I totally missed it. But I had a plan. I had it mapped out in my head, the booths I'm going to go to get like the Comic-Con exclusives and to get all the collectibles. And it's stuff like all the stuff I have. Like Funko had some stuff, Loyal Subjects had some stuff, Kid Robot had stuff, like all the companies I like and get collectibles from all had booths and all had some kind of collectible going on. So I had a list in my mind of the things I was going to do and the places I was going to go. First off, I hit up Funko, and within seconds of it opening, it was full. Like the line for the day was full, and they capped it off. And it's like, fuck, like Jesus, like you can't even wait in line. Like it was hard enough to get into Comic-Con, and now you have to try to get in the line just so you can wait in line to get a figure. It's like, holy shit, like this is ridiculous. Like you can't even get into the line to get a figure. So that was out of there. And then I went to Kid Robot, same thing, capped off. And then I went to like Diamond Select and Hasbro. Pretty much everywhere I went, the lines were already full for that day, and they capped it off. It's like, good God, like this is crazy. Like this is totally nuts. So it was kind of a bust at first, but I walked around a little bit and talked to some artists. They ended up opening the line for Funko again, and I was talking to an artist right there, and I happened to be right by Funko. Kid Robot was next door, so I was talking to some of the artists there, and they happened to have opened up the line for that. So I got really, really lucky and got to get in line for Funko, which was very fortunate because, like I said, it is just so impossible. It's just, these things have become so rare and so sought after. It was a big deal. But even still, by the time I got in line, most of the things were sold out. But I did walk away with some pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to show some pictures of stuff. I have everything behind the camera, but it's going to be too difficult to like get up and grab everything. So I'm just going to list them off here, and I'll show pictures when I edit it later. But basically, so I got a lot of pop figures. The first one I got was the exclusive Rocket Raccoon, which he had a little potted Groot in his hand, which I thought was really cool. So that makes it an exclusive sculpt, so I thought that was awesome. The prices on these were higher. The funny thing about at Comic-Con, everyone marked up the prices for their exclusives. Usually they don't do that. Usually they cost the same, but I think businesses are getting a little bit greedy, so they charge more. But for whatever the reason, so everything was a little bit more than usual. Pops are normally 10, they were 15 here. So I got the Rocket Raccoon. I also got the pop from Ted. I just watched that movie recently. I really liked it. The one from Comic-Con is a flocked one, which basically means it's just like furry, it's fuzzy. And I just thought it was cool, so I picked it up. I also picked up Olaf, and it had has a little separate bird in there with him, which I thought was very cool. I also picked up Rapunzel, which I wasn't looking for specifically, but they sold out of so many of the ones that I wanted. I thought, well, I'll pick up a popular character, and maybe I can trade them out. Maybe someone will want to trade later. That didn't end up working, so I may have to end up selling that one or something like that, or maybe find someone who wants to trade. But anyway, I got that as well. Then I got pretty much all the Dorbs they offered. I don't know about everyone else, but I really like the Dorbs. I think that's a good collection. I'm excited for them. I don't think they're too popular right now, though. I don't think they have enough leeway at this point. But the one I really wanted, I got the Deadpool. Because I don't even have a Deadpool, but they had an exclusive one where he's wearing his X-Force colors. So I got that one. And I got Groot, which the exclusive one was a mossy Groot. He has some moss on him. And then I got two different Batman ones. I got like the classic 50s Batman, and I also got like the Batman Beyond kind of style Batman. So they had a few exclusives of that one. And then an extra one I got the XL Batman, the super large one. Again, I didn't specifically want that one. I kind of wanted the big ones, but I'm limited on space. So I figured I'd get that, maybe trade it, maybe keep it. I'm still not sure about that. So we'll see. And then the last things I got from Funko were the Vinyl Idols, the Vinyl Sugar. They have the new series. They just came out with it. They have the Ghostbusters there. So these haven't even been released yet. So I got the exclusive versions of the Ghostbusters. I was going to get them anyway, but I figure, well, I'm here, I might as well get the exclusive versions of them. And again, I'll be showing pictures right now. So those turned out really cool. So that was it for Funko. Let's move on to the other booths that I saw that day. So, the next place I hit up was Kid Robot. They had sold out of the ones, some of the ones I had wanted specifically, but they had some left of other ones. I really like the Adventure Time series they're doing. They have the small figures, they have little keychain ones, and they also have some bigger figures that look really cool. If you haven't seen them, check them out. They have one with Finn and Jake, where Finn's wearing Jake as a jacket, and they have one with Jake and Lady Rainicorn, which is really cool. I'm totally going to get those eventually when I get more money, but they had exclusive versions for Comic-Con of each one. And the one I got was the one of Cake and Monochromicorn. I don't know, I think that's how it's pronounced, but I'll show you a picture of that. So I got that one. They also had an exclusive one of the Finn and Jake, but it was just a different color. And I wasn't a fan of the purple color, but I got this one, and it's a really cool figure. I'm super excited to display that, and I think that's very cool. So, that's what I got from Kid Robot that day. And then, I got some stuff from Loyal Subjects, the company, but not from their booth. They had a thing where they were releasing their figures little bits at a time. They were releasing figures like every 3 hours for the whole weekend. But the Nickelodeon booth happened to have some of the Ninja Turtle figures, so I got some of those. I got one 4-pack of the original color Ninja Turtles where they all have the red masks. And I really love these figures. I've said it from when that series first came out. Like, they did such a good job on these figures, and everyone came out with Ninja Turtles figures. Funko did, Kid Robot did, and Loyal Subjects did. And in my opinion, Loyal Subjects did it best. Their figures are really awesome. So I love these repaint ones. And it comes in a cool little display case. Like, so you don't have to take them out. You can just put them on display like that. So I got that. And then I got the extra large Leonardo, which I really liked. They had a chrome looking Leonardo one, which I didn't pick up, but I got the regular one. So I got both of those. And then I brought them back to the Loyal Subjects booth and got Joe Allard to sign both of them. So again, that's really cool. I'm a big fan of their work. I think they did a fantastic job. So, another booth there was called Bait. They had a lot of Kid Robot figures. They also had some... They do a lot of artistic stuff. I don't know if anyone's heard of Ron English. He's done a lot of work with Kid Robot. He does a lot of like anti-political artwork and things like that. Really great artist. He always does like vinyl collections and things like that. His stuff's very expensive, but anyway, this company puts out a lot of stuff. So I picked up some Kid Robot exclusives they had from Street Fighter. The Akuma figure, which I've wanted for a long time, picked him up, and then I picked up some things that they did of SpongeBob, some like parody stuff, some cool vinyls of that. So I got those as well. Stop. Then Marvel Collector Corps was there, and they were just selling boxes. So I picked up another one of the original Avengers one, so I could have like extra stuff of it. So I can keep one in the box and and then have my one that I've already taken out of the box. So I got some extra of that, and they were selling it for just their normal $25 price. You could just buy boxes of Avengers and Ant-Man, which is cool. So you got it cheaper than normal because you don't have to pay for shipping. And then another booth I hit up, I got some just random, they had a bunch of mystery boxes there, so I tried out some new companies that had mystery boxes. I'll show some pictures of that right now. And they had the artists come there and sign stuff, so that was cool as well. What else did I get for that day? I think that might have been it. Let me see. Yeah, I think that was it for day one. So, that was pretty much it for the first day. I got a good haul, got a lot of good stuff, and I managed to get into Funko, and I got some autographs, some artwork, so day one was really awesome. So I had another day that I was able to go to, which was Sunday, but before that, there was a whole separate event. Before I knew I was even going to Comic-Con, I got an email a few months ago. And the email was from Funko, saying like, hey, buy tickets to our event, Funko Fundays. And I have no idea what that is. I'd never heard of it before, Funko Fundays. But basically it was an event for fans. It's just a way to say thank you to the fans. But the tickets were $100, so I was kind of hesitant at first. But I bought them anyway, because I figured, you know, the worst case scenario, at least I'll be able to go there and it'll be an experience. So I bought the tickets, and I'm glad I did, because I did research later and found out that they give away a ton of stuff there. This event is insane. Apparently they've been doing it for years. I think this is their 5th or 6th year doing it, but it's just a big event to say thank you to the fans, and it's pretty much just like one giant giveaway. And everyone that goes there gets a box of Funko Pop figures, the Freddy Funko Pop figures. So anytime you've ever seen those, they're incredibly rare. That's where people get them from. They get them from this event and that event only. That's the only way you can get them. So everyone that goes there gets a box of 3 of them, and they're just crazy valuable. I see these going online for like $200 a piece, and they're giving them out for free. But anyway, so the event, I go to the event. You have to wait in a long line to get in. It was pretty crazy, but you get in there, and they have like tons of food there. They have really nice like luxury food there. It was really cool. I'll show some pictures of that. They had like cool, you can make tacos and stuff, and they had like nice little sandwiches, and they also give you 2 drink tickets. You can get any kind of drinks you want. They had a bar there, so that was really cool. Then you go inside, and you pick your own seat. There's tables of like 8 people. I met some people in line, so I decided to sit with them. And the first 2 hours went by. We just, we had food, we had drinks, no big deal. Everyone looked into their boxes of which 3 they got. I got Hulk Hogan, and I got a NASCAR one, and then I got Twisty from, I think, American Horror Story, I believe. So anyway, yeah, these pop figures are incredibly valuable, and then everyone just gets them for free. So right there, the $100 ticket was totally worth it. And then this event starts, and the CEO of Funko there is hosting it. He's the big host of it. So the event starts, and they're just like playing music and stuff like that. And I kind of thought it was going to be like an announcement thing. I thought maybe they would go through all the series they're going to release that year or something like that. But they didn't, and I was kind of surprised by that. Because same with the Funko booth, it was just sales. Like, no one talked about like the things they're going to be releasing in the next year. No one talked about like new licenses or anything like that. You didn't get to see anything new or anything like that at all. Not at the Funko event and not at the Funko booth. So I don't know why they're being so secretive about that. That's one thing I was really looking forward to seeing. I kind of wanted to see like all the stuff they're releasing for the year. I wanted to see like the new mystery minis and stuff. But it ended up being just one huge giveaway. So at the front of this little center, they have 1,000 people there. They sold 1,000 tickets, so there are 1,000 people in this little like auditorium room. And at the front is these 2 huge tables of just pop figures, just like probably like 1,000 of them. And I took a couple pictures. There are just stacks on stacks of pop figures, and not just random ones, not just ones they have, not just Comic-Con exclusives, but exclusive pop figures to this event. They made figures for this event and only for this event. Figures you can only get if you go to this event. So you can imagine these are incredibly rare. You've seen rare pop figures where they only make like 500 of them. Yeah, some of these were like, they only made 20 of them. There was like, it said on the sticker like 1 of 24 made. So these are incredibly rare. They were all modeled after Freddy Funko, but he's just dressed up as different characters. But incredibly rare figures in general, not to mention Comic-Con exclusive, not to mention exclusive for this convention. And this event was just a giant giveaway. They have this big runway down here, and I think I have a short video of just like something they did that they showed off some characters and stuff. And basically, most of this thing they were just giving out thank yous to people, and they would walk down this little walkway in the middle of the auditorium and just throw things out. They were throwing out pop figures, they were throwing out prototypes from the year, just giving out prototypes, just literally tossing them, t-shirts, throwing things out, and it was just pandemonium there. People diving over tables, over chairs to like get this free stuff. And then he would go up and announce like certain people could come up, and they had this big wheel that they spin that would give away prizes, and they gave out thank yous to like the big collectors of the year, and then they got to come up and like pick whatever they wanted to. But essentially, like, pretty much everyone won stuff except for me. Like, they refused to give to me. So people would walk around and just hand things out to people. But, you know, they were handing it out to women, they were handing it out to kids. Like, they only had like a dozen kids there, so they were handing it out to the same people over and over again. Like, people that looked like me didn't get stuff. Most people didn't, but they would hand it out to people that looked like they needed something or whatever. So they were handing it out to pretty much everyone but me. So for 2 hours, like, I got pretty much nothing. I managed to score one thing, but that's only because the people that sat at my table were really nice and like helped me out, like gave me one, like gave me a little winning thing. So I got to pick up a Jack Skellington version of Freddy Funko. And again, I'm seeing people sell this online for like $500 and $600, like ridiculous amounts. So I'm really stoked that I got at least one thing, even though I didn't win it. At least someone like gave it to me. But there were people with just piles on their table, like at their seat, just piles and piles and piles of stuff, free stuff that they got. Each one worth anywhere between like $100 and $1,000. So just tons and tons of free stuff. And I'll show as many pictures as I took that night, but it was pretty chaotic. So if anyone gets the chance to go to this event, this Funko Fundays, I totally recommend it. It's totally worth it. Yeah, if you can bring a girl with you, she'll probably get free stuff and you won't. But yeah, if you can manage to get down to San Diego, and if you can manage to get a ticket, tickets sold out within the hour. But if you can, totally go to it. It's definitely worth it. You're going to see some of the rarest Funko figures known to mankind, and they're going to hand them out for free. So that was pretty cool. It was a fun experience. But anyway, that's enough about that event. Again, I'll show pictures of the pops that I got. So let's jump ahead to the final day of Comic-Con. So, skip ahead to the final day of Comic-Con. It is now Sunday, the last day. I went super early because, again, I wanted to get artwork from a very specific artist. Got in line super early, was one of the first people there, stayed up most of the night. Waited in line, got there, the artist was full, like, it sucked. I'm not going to go into the details of it, but basically I didn't get the artwork I wanted. It was from Humberto Ramos, who is a very famous artist. He had been full up from days before, so he wasn't taking any commissions on Sunday, so super bummed out about that. But luckily, since I was there so early, I got to get more exclusives that I wasn't able to get the first day. Like, I didn't even try for Funko because the first day I didn't even get like halfway through the convention center because I was so busy waiting in lines and stuff. So I didn't want to go to Funko again because they were sold out of most everything anyway. Plus, it would have been impossible to try to even get in the line, so I don't know if I would have. Even if I did, I would have wasted a couple hours there. I might not have got what I wanted. Anyway, but I managed to go back to Kid Robot, and I got a figure that I had been wanting for a long time. So this artist, Junko Mizuno, or Mizuno, I'm not sure which one it is. But anyway, she did an exclusive. She just came out with this like large 11-inch figure that she did. She did a small dunny of it that was in a mystery box a while ago. very rare, very popular, but they did a bigger version of it, and they had an exclusive version for Comic-Con. So I actually picked up one of those, and then I got to meet the artist, so she signed a little card for me, so that was really awesome. It's always exciting for me to meet the artists behind things. Like, as an artist myself, like, I'm always super excited to meet artists personally and to get to talk to them. Like, it's always like a dream of mine, and that was a great time for me. So I got that figure, and I'm very happy for it. They also threw in a bunch of stuff. I got like stickers and t-shirts for like hanging out there for a while, so they gave me a bunch of free stuff, which I'll probably do in a giveaway or sell or something like that. Then I went over to this booth. I started at the very end of it because I didn't get there the day before. This booth called Beast Kingdom. Now, I can only assume they're a distributing company because their products weren't marked Beast Kingdom, so I think they're a distributor, but that booth had a ton of Comic-Con exclusives. So, first of all, they were showing off some sculptures, and they just looked immaculate. They're so amazing. So, I'm sure all of you saw Avengers 2. If you can remember back to seeing that movie, at the end of the movie, at the very end of the movie, like, I can't remember, I think it was right when the movie ended, before the credits, I think, or maybe during the credits, they showed a statue. There was a statue in the movie that showed all the Avengers, and it looked like it was made out of marble, and it was one big statue. They had a replica of it there, and they're going to try to produce that replica. It was huge. I took a video of it. I'll be showing it right now. Yeah, they have this giant statue there, and they're trying to produce it. So they said they haven't got licensing approval. I really hope they do, because the second I saw that in the movie, I wanted it. But who knows how much it'll cost, because this thing is massive. It is like 4 feet wide and probably like a good 3 feet tall. It is gigantic. That, and they also had this Hulkbuster figure, which is, I think it's like 1/6 scale, which doesn't sound that big, but it's the Hulkbuster, so it's gigantic. Again, this thing is like 4 feet tall. I took a picture of it. It's hard to tell by the picture how massive this thing is, but it really is. And it's in extreme detail. It really looks beautiful, and if I can ever afford something like that, I would love to have that. That's so cool, so fantastic. And they showed off a bunch of other series too. They have really awesome products. So I'm not sure, again, I'm not sure what this company does, Beast Kingdom. Maybe they do licenses, but either way, they distribute these items, and they really had cool stuff. And they had displayed stuff that they're going to have out for the year. They had really cool licensing though. They had some Dragon Ball Z stuff, and they had an exclusive. I got this Goku, this very large Goku they had. They're going to be releasing more characters, but Goku specifically was a Comic-Con exclusive. So I had no idea about it, but I saw it and I'm like, fuck yeah, like I'm totally buying this right now. It's really cool. It's oversized. It's like a big, not plastic, but vinyl figure, and they did a very good job. The sculpt on it, like the accuracy to the character, like is really, really good. It's very detailed. I mean, it can only get so detailed because they're replicating a cartoon character, but it really is. They did a fantastic job. I'm so happy I picked it up. The paint job's really good. The sculpt's really good. It's so proportionate. It really does look like the character. So I was happy to get that. The next item I got was from a company called Egg Attack. It was still from this Beast Kingdom. This is an exclusive version. So if you haven't looked up Egg Attack, look it up online. It's a Japanese company, and they do... you've seen the Nendoroid figures I've gotten. You've seen the Iron Man ones. They look very similar to that. They do a lot of Iron Man. They've done Avengers where they're these like short little stocky versions of the characters. They're very well done though. Very high in quality. They've done a lot of Iron Man stuff recently, and they're super high in quality. I've been meaning to get one, but the site's all in Japanese and I haven't figured out how to order them, and people online want ridiculous prices for them. But they happen to have an exclusive, and it's one that I saw before, where it's a floating Iron Man. Mine's in the box. I'll take a picture of it, but you won't be able to see it, so I'll try to look up a picture online and post it, because I don't have one, and I'm not sure if I'm taking mine out of the box, because I'm not sure if I'm keeping it or not at this point. But if I do keep it, I'm totally going to put it on display. It's a floating Iron Man. He floats there. He levitates, literally. They have magnets in there, and he levitates. And the exclusive version was like the chrome metallic version of Iron Man, and it just looks so cool. Again, this company does really cool Iron Man figures. I hope to get a normal one. I really want to get the War Machine one, so I'm looking out for that. But But anyway, this was such an awesome figure. I can't wait to put it on display, find somewhere to display it if I end up keeping it. But it really is cool. I really enjoyed it. So those are the two things I got from Beast Kingdom. They were both exclusive, and they're both really great. This company, I only took a few pictures, but they really are putting out awesome products, and they have great licenses. So that's awesome. The next part, this is an important one. So I'm gonna have to get up to show you this. I'm gonna move the freaking dog because he's bugging the hell out of me. But the one big company they had there was Loot Crate. They didn't have their own booth, so I didn't know they were gonna be there. But they were merged in with Games Radar. Games Radar had Loot Crate in with them, so they weren't listed on the booths that were gonna be there at Comic-Con. And they had exclusive Loot Crates for Comic-Con. I'm sure many of you have got the email. They had some left over, so you had the chance to purchase them. They had two. One was Cosmic and one was Creatures, but they're big. One was $50 and one is $100. So I'm going to do a little unboxing and review right now, talk about that stuff, and we're going to go through these Loot Crates. So let's do that right now. Hold on. You gotta go. So like I was saying, so we got our $50 one, and then we got our $100 one, and this thing is massive. Look at that beast. And it actually says the number here. They made 2,000 of this one and 10,000 of this one. They had some left over of one of them, but I think it was the smaller one that was selling out a bunch. So we'll go through both of these. Something I kind of figured out right away, and something I've noticed about companies like this that do specialized boxes every now and then, they charge a lot more and they never give very good value. The stuff in them is always really great. They do specialty boxes because it's for really special stuff in there, but I've noticed before when they've done special ones that they don't give very good value, so you can never expect to like get anywhere near double your value. You're pretty lucky to get what you paid for on them, but they do have very special stuff. So I kind of knew that going into this when I saw the prices on them. Like literally one of them cost $100, so I couldn't decide which one, so I got both of them because I figured I'd want to show you guys and see, so you could see what's in there. But I kind of knew going into it like it's probably not going to be great value, and I was pretty much right. But the good news was that everything in these boxes is 100% exclusive. So the small box is 100% exclusive to Loot Crate, can't get it anywhere else, 100%, which is awesome. The big one is 100% exclusive, but not to Loot Crate. They had Comic-Con exclusives in there, but that's still cool. So let's go through both of these boxes. Oh. Woo. Starting off with the small one. So when I was at Comic-Con, I kept seeing this figure online, and I was trying to figure out where it was from. Then I found out it was in here, and I was so excited for it. So there's this company, Q-Pop, which I just recently found out about. They've done Batman and Superman, and a Catwoman. That's the only ones they've come out with. But I saw them in my comic shop, and they looked really cool. But new company, but they're doing really great stuff and making good product. They did these Ghostbuster ones, and I got Spangler, and they look really cool. I'll try to take it out of the package and do like a better picture to show right now. But yeah, really good job. They do just smaller versions of each character, and they look super cool. They do a really great job, and I'm super excited to see what this company does in the future. They had some previews at Comic-Con, but these you can only get in the Loot Crate, and that Loot Crate you could only get at Comic-Con, so these are super rare. I purposely bought two of these $50 ones to get two different of these figures, and I got the same one twice, which is such a bummer. So if anyone out there got this and wants to trade, I got two Spangler. If anyone wants to trade for any of the other four, let me know. I'll totally do a trade. If not, I'm going to try and sell it and re-buy it. But again, these are going for pretty pricey online. But these are cool. It's a little figure, and he comes with a little speech bubble, and that's so awesome. I really like that. So good choice. And this was the Creatures. So this is just Ghostbusters Creatures. I guess that's fitting. But anyway, very good choice. I really like that. Exclusive to Comic-Con, exclusive to this crate. Excellent. Then we got a shirt. So this was a Godzilla shirt, And oh, this is cool because this is branded, not some stupid crossover. So I was excited to see that. So it's not some crappy crossover that they gave an exclusive shirt for. But it got this cool Godzilla one. There's like an explosion in the background and he's roaming through the city. But yeah, really awesome shirt. And I'm happy that it's branded, so that's very cool. And it seems like it fits pretty well. It seems like a fitted shirt. But I thought that was very cool. I'm glad that since I'm spending the extra money, I'm glad that they're spending the extra money. So they didn't cheap out on quality at all. So that's great. Next, we got another Ghostbusters. So this was exclusive as well. A Comic-Con exclusive and Loot Crate exclusive. So this is from Titans. We got a Titans figure from Nerd Block before, and I also got a different Titans exclusive of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. The Titans booth was selling a pink version of it. Now this is also the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but it's a glow-in-the-dark version of it, so this is exclusive. But who doesn't love Stay Puft? He's really cool. So this is an exclusive one for the crate. So again, another exclusive figure. Like, that's great for me. I totally love that. Who wouldn't? So that is super awesome. Next, we got a luggage tag. So this is the Wayland Yutani Corp. And this was, I'm trying to remember, oh, this is from Firefly. So this is something from Firefly. We've been seeing a lot of luggage tags lately. People keep putting in luggage tags. Like I don't think I even knew luggage tags was a thing. But so this one isn't like super great or anything like that. And I'm not super familiar with Firefly, and it's a luggage tag, but it is exclusive. So all right, that'll do. Then we got a Jurassic Park keychain. So I'll take this out, and it's of the Raptor Claw, and this is a metal Raptor Claw, and it's heavy. This is like, it feels like it's like 5 pounds. This is like solid. This feels like brass or something like that. Does it say what it's made of? Doesn't say. But yeah, it's super heavy, and it's just like, looks like a brass Raptor Claw. That's really cool. Everyone remembers that from the movie, especially the original, so that's a really cool keychain. I like that. Yeah, so again, that's exclusive. So perfect. Then, oh, we got a pin. It says San Diego Comic-Con Loot Crate. And then we got our little pamphlet that said what comes in it. So the last item we got were some cards. So these are DC collectible creature cards. Came with a little pack of cards, so I actually haven't opened it yet. Let's open it and see what's inside. So these are specifically made for Loot Crate. Oh wow, these are cool. So it looks like they're the same 3 because it looks like I got the ones that were in the picture. But these look like they're from they're DC villains. So we got Clayface here, and I'll show a better picture at the end, but it's like metallic. And then we got Swamp Thing. Wait, was Swamp Thing? Was that Man Thing? I forget which one's DC and which one's Marvel. I think Man Thing is, I don't know, but it's they have identical characters. One's DC, one's Marvel, so it's either Swamp Thing. Yeah, Swamp Thing. Sorry, Swamp Thing's DC, Man Thing's Marvel. Anyway, we got Swamp Thing, and then we got Man Bat. So these are cool. These are like oversized cards, but they are very nice in quality. They have cool pictures on them, and they're metallic. So that's really awesome. And we got our little pamphlet here. So yeah, it had good stuff in here, but the problem with these ones, like, it doesn't come with a lot of stuff, and you don't get super high value. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I haven't done the math yet, but so a figure like this, the Q-Pop figures, they go for around $20. That's how much they sell for in the store. These specifically, these are selling for over $30 online, so between $20 and $30. These mystery boxes, these sell for $10 on their own, but for the exclusive one online, they usually go for about $15, so $10 to $15 on that. The shirt, it is branded and it is exclusive, so normally I give it the $12 to $15, but I might actually give it a little more because it's a really cool shirt. But that's arguable, so we'll put that right at $15, like around $15. The Raptor Claw, this is good quality. This is heavy, this is metal, this is nice. I could easily see this going from somewhere like 6 on the low end, but I can see this easily going for as high as 10, especially since it's exclusive. And then the luggage tag, I wouldn't see that going for more than a couple bucks. 3 to 5, even though it is exclusive. And then the cards. Kind of hard to put a value on these specifically, but we'll just throw a couple bucks in there because I don't think they're going to be super collectible. So with that math, let's see, like 30, 45. So anyway, that gives this box a value on the low end at 59, on the high end about 81. So yeah, like I was saying before, you're never going to get tremendous value out of it. You're usually going to get on the low end about what you paid for. But that's okay because you got such awesome stuff. You get very exclusive items that you can only get a certain way, a certain place. But on the high end, you got 80. That just kind of depends on how you value things. Do you value these figures at what they would cost to buy them? Or do you value these figures at what they're worth in the resale market because they're exclusive? So you did get your money's worth. You got what you paid for, which is cool. And you did get some really cool items. So I'm pretty okay with getting what I paid for out of it, because I wanted these specific things. Like I really wanted the Ghostbusters figures, the Q-Pop figure, the Titans figure, so I really wanted all those. So I would have personally gone out and bought them myself because I loved them so much. So I was definitely happy with it. I wish it had come with more items though, because there are bigger boxes, so I wish they came with more, and it would have been nice to get more value, but not a complaint or anything like that, but I just would have liked to have seen that. So definitely worth it. As far as a rating on this, I didn't really think about the rating too much, but I'd probably give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10, like somewhere between a 7 and an 8. I didn't think about it too much. I'm just kind of throwing that off the top of my head. But yeah, you got decent value, but you got really cool stuff though. So it kind of depends on you personally whether you like those specific items. But anyway, that was the small box. That was the Creatures box. I got number 1,459 out of 10,000. But anyway, let's go into this bigger box, this huge ass box, and let's talk about that one. Let's go through the items and talk about value. I'm having major puppy problems here. He's roaming around here hard. So, time for this son of a bitch. So this was a huge pain in the ass walking around with, because I had to go there right at the beginning of the day because they sold out of a lot of these. So the previous days they'd sold out, so I had to buy it right away and lug this big ass thing everywhere. But let's take a look at what we got. First thing we got was a Funko item. So just a reminder, the first box was 100% exclusive Loot Crate. This box is exclusive, but not just to Loot Crate, just exclusive items. So a lot of them were exclusive to Comic-Con, this being one of them. So we got a Hikari, I don't know how you can see it, we got a Stormtrooper, Hikari Stormtrooper. I don't think this is an exclusive sculpt. I think it's exclusive because it has a glitter paint job to it. So this was exclusive to Comic-Con, but it's still really cool. So this would bring back a pretty high value. It says limited edition, but it doesn't say, oh, so it says it right there, 2,000. So not super limited. 2,000 is a lot. Most of the Hikari figures come in like limited edition of like 1,500 to 3,000. So this isn't rare in the edition, but I haven't seen it really sold anywhere, and I didn't see it at the Funko booth. So maybe it was somewhat exclusive to Loot Crate. But anyway, still a cool figure if you like the Hikari. But even if you don't, it would have a really high resale. Next, we got a hat. Now, this was a Loot Crate exclusive. This is from BioWorld. This is a really cool hat, actually. So this is a Star Wars hat, and it's got a design all the way around it. It's got the Millennium Falcon, it's got a bunch of TIE fighters, and it's got the Death Star in the background. And it's a snapback, but it's a really cool hat. I'm totally going to wear this in one of my videos. I've worn hats in some of my videos. I love hats, so this is a really cool, really well decorated hat. And it's good quality. This company, BioWorld, is pretty good as far as their quality. So I was stoked to see that. That's a very cool hat. I was very happy to see that. So not bad at all. I like that hat. Next, we got a sweatshirt. So this is kind of new because we've never gotten a sweatshirt before, because the normal Loot Crate is too small and low in value to include items like this. So it's a zip-up sweatshirt, and if you can see on the front here, that's the little space pod from Alien, from the original movie Alien. That's the little space escape pod from it. Or maybe Aliens. Maybe it was Aliens. But yeah, that's the escape pod from that movie. So it doesn't look that cool on the front, you just got a little skate pod. But on the back, this is cool. We got the alien. We got the actual alien from the movie. From the movie when they ejected it from space. Like the alien had crept onto the spacecraft and they pushed it out into space. So that's just a little picture of it. And it had a cool little design. And this is nice quality. Like it actually feels very soft. It feels pretty comfortable. So I think this went by size. So yeah, I got a large. I kind of wish they had told me it was a sweatshirt because I wear a different size in sweatshirt than I do in shirts, as do most people. I wear a slightly bigger sweatshirt than I would just a normal shirt. So I'm sure this will still fit, but I do really like the design. I thought that was pretty cool. I really liked it. And it's cool to see like different things. So that's the good thing about these specialty boxes. You get bigger items that you couldn't normally get in a normal crate. Then we got our last items. Again, we got the same pin, the San Diego Comic-Con pin. This, we got a collectible coin. Now, this is the Imperial Starfleet coin. I believe this is from Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek Challenge coin. This is from Quantum Mechanics, the same company that gave us the Ghostbusters figure. They're called Q-Pop, Quantum Mechanics. So I'm assuming they had some kind of partnership with them because we got a lot of their items. But this is just a little gold coin. But the cool thing is it comes in a nice little case, a nice little collectible plastic case. I'll put a better picture of it in a second. But yeah, so that came in a cool little case. And that was all the items. So again, it's a little bit of a bummer you don't get more items because you see this like gigantic box and you think like, man, it's gonna be full of so much stuff, and you only got 4 things. Like so that's I wouldn't say it's like a bummer because it's not like a bad thing per se, but you're always excited to get a huge box so you think you're getting more. But you got good stuff though, so you got really awesome stuff. So a sweatshirt like that with a design on it, it can go from anywhere from like $40 to like $60. You can get them as cheap as $30, but specialty ones like that probably not. So between $40 and $60. The hats, I never see like printed hats going for like much less than $20. At least not of this quality. You can get ones with like a cheaper version of this, but this is actually nice quality. So this would go for like $20 to $30. And then the Hikari, these sell for $40, but the exclusivity of it would put it probably, I've seen them going online for close to $60, maybe a little bit more. And then the coin, where did I put it? The coin, this collectible coin, so it is good quality, so I can see this going for around $10 because it is slightly collectible. Probably less than that because it's not super special or anything. It is exclusive and it is a collectible coin, but actually let me see. I actually didn't open it to see. So it's not metal, but it's like an imitation metal. It has some weight too, so there's probably metal in there, but it's plastic on the outside. So less than 10, I'd say, because I couldn't see it going for that much. But just to make it an even number, we'll put it at around $10 for that because it is exclusive and it is collectible. So that bringing the value in their little pamphlet here, they actually said total value $160, but I never trust that because their interpretation of value is always way off from what reality is. But it was nice that they put that just to give you an idea. But you know, on the low end of the values I gave, it's about 110, and on the high end about 150. So they weren't too far off, but they were higher than the high end. So I'm not sure what they're valuing these things at because even on my high end values at 150, like that's putting the hat at 30, that's putting the Hikari $20 more than it's worth, and that's putting that jacket at $60. So I'm not sure what they're valuing it at to get a $160 value, but they're valuing it way too high. That's way too much. But anyway, so again, on the low end, you only got $10 more than you paid for, but you still, it's because you got really cool stuff. You got exclusive stuff, and I legitimately liked everything in here. I could do without the coin per se, because that seemed like the filler item, but everything else was cool. Like everyone wears jackets, hats are awesome, it was sweet, and you got a collectible Hikari figure. So you, again, like I said originally, I didn't expect high value, and neither should anyone when you're getting specialty boxes. When you're getting the one-off boxes, you're just never going to get very high value. So just know that. So you got somewhere between 110 and 150. So you got a little bit more than you paid for, which is fine. And again, that's what I expected because I really like these items. And I hope everyone else did too, because if you didn't, it's kind of a bummer because you only got like 4. But I thought they were very cool and I was pretty excited about them. So those are my quick unboxings of it. A rating on this one, I'd probably give it just below a 7 out of 10, so probably around a 7 out of 10, because you got really cool stuff, it's really awesome stuff, and it was exclusive, but very low on the value. And it's, like I said, this is a $100 crate. To spend $100, that's a lot. Like, it's really hard to do that. It's really hard to give someone $100 when you have no idea what you're getting. So that's why I would only get like a 7 out of 10, because you still got cool stuff, but that's just too much to gamble with. You gotta be like pretty thrifty with your money. The only reason I did was because I saved so much for Comic-Con, so I had money to spend at Comic-Con. I purposely went there to spend money, so that's the only reason. Honestly, if I had seen this online on their site, I probably wouldn't have done it, only because it was Comic-Con and it was in the spirit. But so yeah, so around a 7 out of 10 would be my rating on that one. But I'm still happy that I got them. It was really cool stuff, and I was really happy to see what's in them. So those are my very quick unboxings. I just wanted to share that with you. I definitely wanted to get these because, you know, that's what my channel's about, unboxings, and I just did a Loot Crate unboxing, so I thought that would be very interesting to do on the channel. So anyway, let's continue with some more things that I got from Comic-Con. Continue my adventure. So, moving on with my Comic-Con adventure. Didn't get too much more stuff, just a few more things that I picked up. So, on Sunday, Loyal Subjects had come out with another series of their Ninja Turtles ones, so I picked up one more set of those, and these are the ones that I really wanted. These were the battle damage ones, so they're black and white and red. So the masks are red, and they have these like battle wounds, these bloody wounds on them that are red. They look really cool. This was my favorite set of them, so I actually didn't get it on Sunday. Sonny picked it up for me, the guy that gave me the ticket on Friday, I think, so I picked it up from him on Sunday and then went back and got it signed by Allard, the guy that designed it. So I got that. That's very cool. Next, I found this Spawn figure. I'm trying to figure out where it's from. I'd seen it before a long time ago, but I got this maskless, unmasked Spawn figure, and it's from a long time ago, but it's very cool. It's just very a simplistic form of Spawn. And I'll take it out of the package and show a picture, but very awesome figure, and I'm happy that I found it. So, very cool figure. You stop? Stop. Shush. Sorry, jeez. Shush. Jeez, I'm making so much racket over here. Stop. Anyway, so that was the Spawn figure. I really liked it. Good figure. Next, let's see. So I think the last thing I got, so I ran into an artist that I'm a huge fan of. There was this company that sold figures. This guy, Chueh, his name, the last name is spelled C-H-U-E-H. I believe that's how it's spelled. So look him up if you haven't heard of him. I'm sure most of you have seen his artwork somewhere. Google his name right now and look it up, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen that somewhere. So anyway, this guy, he puts out like vinyl figures, like vinyl sculptures, like sells big ones, not small collectibles, but big ones. And this booth had a bunch of them, and I kept walking past it, and the last thing I was going to do on Sunday, I had spent most of my money, and I was going to see if they had an online store. I walked by the booth, and I saw this guy drawing pictures that looked remarkably like that artwork. So I asked him, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, are you Luke? Like, is that you? He's like, yeah. So I'm like, holy shit, like, this guy's here now. And I'm like, I didn't know you were coming here. And he's like, well, I wasn't planning on it. I was just kind of stopping in to check on the booth. So I just happened to be walking by the second he was there. Like, so I got very lucky with that. So that's pretty cool. So I ended up buying a bunch of stuff from him. I bought some sculptures, one of the sculptures from him, and I bought some prints from him and a little collectible keychain. Got him to sign it all, got him to draw me a picture, met him, talked to him, like, it was super amazing. And then I bought one more sculpture from the booth. It wasn't from this artist, but from just a different artist that I liked as well, of a stick of dynamite, which is also a very cool sculpture. But I was very happy I got to meet that artist. Amazing artist, super nice guy. I got to chill and talk with him. And that's just my favorite thing about Comic-Con. Everyone looks for like famous people from like Marvel or from movies or something like that. Like, I like to talk to these artists who are very famous in my world, but so many people don't know about them, so I can go up and talk to them there. So that's really cool. So I got that. I got those things signed by him, and that was very awesome. And then on my way out, I stopped back over at Chris Uminga's booth, and I bought one more piece of artwork from him. So I saw this piece of art, and he was doing commission work, so he would do sketches for people. But he also had he had a lot of prints there, prints of famous work that he had done. And then he had this one painting here, and I said it was something he had painted himself. And original artwork by these artists goes for tremendous amounts of money. But he had something he just did on paper that he wasn't totally sure he was even going to sell himself. And I told him, like, 'cause, you know, I talked to him for a while, and I'm like, hey, like, would you consider selling that? And he's like, well, maybe. And then I came back on Sunday, and I'm like, well, at the end of the day, if no one else is interested, could I buy it? And he said, sure. So I got this original watercolor painting of Spider-Gwen. And I thought this was just amazing. I'll put a better picture of it right now, because I'm sure you can't see it that well on the camera, but this painting is absolutely amazing. This is done watercolor by hand on paper. This is 100% original artwork by this artist, and it is just absolutely fantastic. He just did an amazing job, and it's just so cool to own an original piece of artwork by this very well-known artist, like an original watercolor painting. Like, I can't even express how cool that is and how excited I am to get something like that. That's so fantastic and amazing. So that was pretty much the last thing I picked up as I was walking out of the convention, but I'm going to frame this up like so nice, like original artwork. Like I'm sure some of you don't know how cool that is, but I'm totally like nerding out about this kind of stuff. Like, this is what I live for. I love artwork, I love talking to artists, and I love getting originals. That's so cool. So it kind of made up for the fact that I didn't get to meet Humberto Ramos and get his sketch, because I got to meet Luke Chueh, and I got to get this, so that was totally fantastic. So I'm super psyched about that. So yeah, that was pretty much it. That was most of the things that I got from Comic-Con. But one other cool thing that did happen to me while I was at the convention, that was all the stuff I purchased, but one thing I would like to talk about and give thanks out to, something that happened there. I actually got recognized while I was there. I had fans come and recognize me twice, 2 different times. 2 different people like came up to me and said, hey, aren't you the beardy nerd? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. So one person just wanted to say hi, and then another person actually like took a picture with me and said, my husband loves your videos, like we talk about you all the time. Like, they took a picture with me. Like, I felt like a famous person. I felt like I was famous. Like, felt like I was like a movie star or something like that. It was like such a weird and crazy experience. Like, it was so surreal to like have that happen to me. I honestly never thought that would happen. When I got when I found out I was going to go to Comic-Con, in the back of my head I thought about that, like, how cool would it be if I saw one of my fans there? But I never really thought, legitimately, honestly, never thought that would happen. So for that to happen, like, that was so cool. Like, I realize my channel is getting more and more popular as time goes on. I'm up to 3,000 subscribers now, which sounds like a lot, but when you do the math, like, there's 30 million people in America, like 3,000 is just not that much. So the odds of me running into anyone that watches my channel is pretty slim, like just statistically. But I guess common interest, like a lot of people that would watch my channel happen to be at Comic-Con, so that was very cool to see some fans and hear about how they like my channel. So I'd like to say thank you to those fans. I know you're out there watching, so I'd like to say thanks. Thanks for coming and saying hi, because as you know, like, my channel, I care very much about my fans. I feel very strongly about the community, and I think it is all about the community. I do this for you guys. I shoot these videos because I want to help out, so I appreciate the fans so much. So when people come up and say thanks and thanks for the channel, they like my stuff, like, it means more to me than you could possibly ever imagine. So thank you to those people that came up and said hi to me. Like, it meant the world to me. So yeah, I very much appreciate that. So I just wanted to give thanks to those people and say what's up. So anyway, special thanks to them, special thanks to Sonny Dominguez for helping me out and helping me get to Comic-Con. Thank you to his friend Chris. Thanks for keeping me company and helping me out as well. yeah, so that's been all the stuff I got at Comic-Con. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed this very special video, my 100th video. So I just wanted to show off all the cool stuff I got. I hope you guys liked it as much as I enjoyed it. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys on the next unboxing. I got a few more for the month to go. I'm super behind because I was at Comic-Con, as per usual. No surprise there. So thanks again for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you on the next unboxing. Love you all. Peace.